Hey, everybody, welcome to Thursdays with Rob and Paul. I'm Paul Scheer. There is no Rob Hubel this week. It's just me flying by the seat of my pants. We are talking about Tim Allen's bad TikToks, saluting Martin Scorsese the only way I know how through Robert De Niro impressions, bad Robert De Niro impressions. Plus, I'm going to be talking about a fight I got into when I was reffing my kid's soccer game. And we are going to talk about Herschel Walker and his love of vampires and werewolves. All this and more on a brand new Thursdays with Rob and Paul. Who's the Boss episode? Molly, what episode do we have? Because I can't even pull up my my little thing right here. Let me see. What do we got? All right. I'm going to pull this up. Pull it up right here. All right. So what do we have here? Molly, can we add it to the stream? All right. Here we go. 1, 2. All right. Today's episode 2 on a Billboard classic Who's the Boss episode. This one aired back in 1987. It's where Tony spends 48 hours at a billboard, like on a billboard to promote a campaign. Through this, he's offered a major job in Washington, which he quickly refuses. And then that confuses Angela, who wonders why Tony isn't even considering, I guess, running for office. We'll find out. I mean, Molly, is he running for office here? Thumbs up. Yeah. No, we don't know. We're going to find out. Like I said, we don't really watch the episode beforehand. We kind of guess about the episode beforehand. All right, people are asking. Let's first talk about this. People are asking, where am I? I'm in a different room. I'm in a different room. This is my office. People say it looks like a roadside motel. How dare you? This is art on my wall. That's my own art. That's some Scott C. art on my wall. Okay, Butterfly Tragic. Yeah, we're all about Who's the Boss now. We'll answer your questions about Tony, Angela, Mona, the kid, the other kid, and more, because we are the most well-researched. We have a team of staffers. What are we at now? 27 staffers working on the most up-to-date Who's the Boss information. You'll see stuff like this. Obviously, it's been such a giant a boon for us, really, because it's actually started off BossCon, which is going to be Rob and I in Connecticut. We're not telling you exactly where to go yet, but Harry Styles will be there performing the Who's the Boss song. He's wrapping up his performances at the Forum to come out to Connecticut, an undisclosed location. We are right now talking to a few people in the woods about a wooded location, and we'll get to that. Harry Styles will be there. Meghan Markle, former actress from The League, who I know, will be there. So we have a lot of fun stuff coming up there with the BossCon. People are asking about the paneling. Well, look, I didn't make the apartment. I didn't panel the walls. Like, when you think I'm in an apartment. I'm in an apartment right now. It's my office, but I'm not like investing in it. I'm not like building infrastructure in my own place. All right. Okay. Is Harry Styles going to sing all of Harry's House? Great question about the BossCon. That's the kind of questions I want. No, but he actually wrote a concept album called The Boss's House, and it's all songs inspired by Who's the Boss. Only seasons 1 through 3, because his second follow-up album is Who's the Boss? I'm the Boss. Harry Styles is the Boss. That's a long title. It's like that Fiona Apple album. That's a very long title. So he'll be doing that. That'll be seasons 3 through 6. Okay, people, let's get into it. Last week, or this past weekend, I was on Wheel of Fortune, not just any Wheel of Fortune, the late night Wheel of Fortune, 9 p.m. Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune that your grandma, that your aunt, those people are watching Wheel of Fortune. I shouldn't say it like that. It was great. I mean, it was a great experience. I'm just saying this is the prime time Wheel of Fortune. So last week on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune with Mary Lynn Rice Cub and Lunel, we are destroying. We're having a great time until this puzzle comes on. Molly, can you play that video? Here we go. Check this out.
Clear to me, all right, but I'll spin one more time. Use your time to think. Look at letters. 500. L. No, J. First letter we heard was L, and that was called.
Oh, I don't know how I missed this.
Lunel, do you know this puzzle?
Electric bill.
Mary Lynn, what do you want to do?
Mary Lynn.
I guess solve it. Electric Bill Vader?
No. Paul?
Here we go.
This is uncomfortable for me to watch. We don't.
Well, that'll help.
We're
No,
not
great.
getting it. Molly, pause it for 1
Oh,
second.
you get another turn.
Me?
All right. So right now, everyone's like, okay, we get it. We get it. All right. It was not very gettable to me in the moment. I knew I was looking for a name. I knew the concept before and after, right? Something that would be a name in there. I was looking, the only thing that came to my head was Vader. I'm seeing a screen with all the consonants left on it. I'm running it through in my head as quickly as I can. Nothing is clicking. I don't know if I'm putting the wrong accent on the aider. I know Bill, I feel it, and I can only tell you I draw a blank. I'm going to tell you that in this scene, they edited this down to make us look less dumb. I swear to God, we spun this wheel like 9 times, and we could not get this puzzle. Now watch the end.
Yeah. If you know it, you might just want to say it without bothering with a spin.
I'll try to solve it.
Okay.
Electric bill hater.
Yes. I still don't get it.
Electric Bill and Bill Hader. Of course. It
Oh,
was right
Bill
there the entire
Hader.
time. Bill Hader. Before and after.
From Barry or Saturday Night Live.
Oh. So Linnell, I believe, got.
Now I'm going to tell you this. Molly, pop that out. Mop that out. I had the $1 million wedge. I had the $1 million wedge, and I could not name someone that I personally know, someone whose number is in my phone. And I was looking at a board of the consonants. There were articles written about it. People like The Sun wrote this article. Unbelievable. Wheel of Fortune fans in shock. But let me tell you something. I don't think they were in shock. I talked to my grandma. I talked to my aunt. They didn't know it. My dad didn't know it. Now, do they know Bill Hader? I don't know. I'm saying that when you have 3 comedians on the panel and we all don't know Bill Hader. Now, Lunell seems like she does not know Bill Hader, and that's fine. But Marilyn and I definitely knew him. And I can't tell you how embarrassing that was. Of all the things that have ever happened, to not one letter away. And it evaded me. I was staring there as elusive as fuck, staring at it, could not figure it out. $1 million wedge, ready to go, primed, ready. Couldn't figure it out. I got to tell you, these game shows are hard, people. They are very, very hard. It wasn't even choking. I feel like I went through every consonant. I could see them on the board. I wasn't choking. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, what could it be? I literally couldn't put it together. I don't know if it was, I think honestly, when I come down to it, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not blaming anybody but myself. I honestly thought it might have been too hip for the room. I'm looking for like Wayne Newton. I'm looking for, John Travolta. I'm not thinking Bill Hader, but I should have been aware because earlier on in the game, Chance the Rapper was up there. I was like, Chance the Rapper. I was like, this is it. Wheel of Fortune After Dark. We're going a little bit more hip. There's a Harry Styles puzzle. Also, what you didn't know, sadly. But at least I won. I walked away with about $67,000. I won both rounds. And that money went to SELA, which is an amazing organization. They are an advocacy program for the homeless here in Los Angeles. They started out here on the East Side. They do great work on the ground and also within the government. But I felt like I needed to address, I know who Bill Hader is. And I just don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. And here's the thing. Like I said, they edited that down to make us look better. We looked worse. We had ample opportunities to get Bill Hader. And it just it got me. I could have walked in with that $1 million, but I'll tell you one thing. At the end, those final puzzles, they were impossible as well. Offbeat humor was my puzzle. Offbeat humor was very hard. Again, under 10 seconds, I do crosswords. I trained on my Wheel of Fortune app. I was all in that app. I was up in it every day. I spent money on that app so I could just play as much as possible, get ready to be in the zone for Pat and Vanna, both who were very lovely to me. And in that moment, in those moments, you get this feeling of not wanting to be stupid because Wheel of Fortune seems so easy. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Being on Wheel of Fortune was amazing. I'm going to tell you why. Because Pat Sajak is a machine. He has a little card. I'm going to show you what Pat. When you go on Wheel of Fortune, I'm going to get this out here. Hold on, I got to pull out a. Oh, there's one blurry. When you go on Wheel of Fortune, Pat Sajak has a little card, and on the card, I imagine the puzzle's written down, and he ever so slightly looks at it like Pat Sajak looks at his card like a blackjack professional does, like just looks a little bit and then covers it right back up, and then never looks at it again and knows every letter that's in that puzzle. Like doesn't hesitate, doesn't check it. It's all in his brain. I've never seen anyone that confident. I mean, look, he's been doing it for a long time. Plenty of reason to be that great, but every time it's a brand new puzzle. It's not like the same puzzle. Boom, looks up, ready, locked in. Terminator 2 style, just like he's got it down to a science. And I'll tell you, really, truly a lifelong dream to give Vanna White a hug. She was amazingly wonderful, gave me a lovely hug, got to meet Pat Sajak's daughter. Everybody, they're loving life. And why? It's the best, most fun game show on TV. The audience was in there. I don't know if the audience knew who any of us were. I don't know if they were disappointed with us. I did try to talk to them during the break. And I think that, I got to tell you, when we didn't get Bill Hader, the audience was like, yeah, we're with you. We are with you. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about tonight. Tonight is a short show. It has to be a short show because I do not want to compete with my primetime sports debut, because tonight I am going to be on CBS and Paramount Plus in something I like to call, well, I don't like to call it, it is called this, Pickled. Pickled is the first ever celebrity pickleball tournament. It is an event for Comic Relief USA, Funny or Die, hosted by Stephen Colbert. And June and I are on it together as a team called the Paddle Snakes. We are versing amazing people. Will Ferrell is on the show. Tig Notaro's on the show. Emma Watson, Sugar Ray Leonard. We have a full list of people that are going to be playing pickleball. And here's another thing, people. I'm going to tell you this. Daunting to play sports on TV, even if it is pickleball. Even if it's pickleball, it's daunting to know that your moves are going to be on television, because I didn't get into this business to be doing sports on TV. I'll tell you this much. When you watch the show tonight, know that June and I were the first match of the night, of the day. We had no time to rehearse. Every other team had time to practice with a coach before they got out there. June and I were rushed from our trailers right onto this mini stadium. And you'll see what happens. I just want you to know, though, that we didn't have any warm-ups. We didn't have any drills. We didn't have any practices. We were brought out there cold as hell. And you'll see. You'll see what happens tonight on Pickled, 9 p.m. on CBS. It's going to be good. And now, someone else is talking about this, about Daisy, are you talking about this? No, excuses? Do I have excuses about tonight? No. Was I playing with tennis elbow? Maybe. Was June playing with a broken toe? Possibly. These are things that I'm not going to complain about. I'm just going to say we did our best. We brought our A game, and it was for charity. It was for charity. So we'll see. We'll see what happens tonight. I'm going to tell you this. Is there kissing on the show? Absolutely. Did I kiss June publicly in front of a group of people? Yeah. Did I mimic Patrick Beverley's, kind of swagger on the court? Sure. Did I show leg? Absolutely. Did someone lie to me and tell me that they never played pickleball, and then when I saw them play, they clearly played pickleball and they were using that to be a mind game with me? Absolutely. We'll get into all that. We'll break it down. We're going to break it down. But I will tell you this much, is this the new version of me that I'm now, I'm doing primetime things for charity. That's basically where I'm at. Emma Watson is ruthless. She is ruthless. Look, Emma Watson cares about pickleball. I know that she had some private time with this coach, McNasty, her coach, amazing guy, Matt McNasty. They were, look, I'm going to say he was very fair, but he also told me, like, watch out. Emma Watson's no joke. Now, she was paired with Sugar Ray Leonard. So Sugar Ray, a little bit older, tough, can't move those knees, can't hit those dinks. All right. What else do I want to talk to you about? Where is Rob? Where is Rob is a good question. Rob is away, I believe.
Rob is dead.
But there's a new face on the scene.
What? Rob's dead. Molly. Oh my gosh. Wait a second. What a great look. Molly just revealed some terrible news that my good friend
really
Rob Hubel
sorry,
is dead.
everybody. People might say I had something to do with it last week. I mentioned if Rob got sick, I'd be happy to step in. If you got sick, I'd be happy to step in. How did does the water at your new office taste like special or weird or?
You know what? I've not been tasting any of my water here. I've been bringing my own water. I'm glad that you say that because now I'm definitely not going to taste it because it feels like, Molly, you are trying to make this entire channel sleepover based. If you've not watched Sleepover with Molly and Anna, you're missing out. But you cannot kill Rob and I. And now I'm going to say that you just revealed to me that a good friend of mine is dead, and then the video kind of made me happy. It was like sad, then happy, and I feel like
that's my brand,
like
Paul.
That.
My
I know
brand is to say like everyone, watch out, watch out, Paul.
Watch out. That's what's happening. Molly has basically called her shot here. She's like, this is like Molly on. You're coming in hot, Molly. It's now. I mean, do you want to have any segments on the show now that you're here? That Rob's not here.
I didn't really have anything behind it other than I just wanted to show this.
All right. Well, let's watch it one more time.
Here's,
okay.
And then this is my out. I'm never coming back again. I promise.
What? Until
I'm
dead. Oh man.
Rob is dead.
But there's a new face on the scene.
See, it got me again. I was sad about my friend dying, and then it just got really fun. Well, look, I'm not going to drink any water. Clearly, I got to protect my neck. Molly is after me. Can we announce a special event yet? No, we can't. But I can tell you December 16th and December 17th, you must hold. It is starting to come together. And Molly, you can pop in for this. It's looking good, right?
It's looking great. It's looking great, Paul.
It is. Commercials have been shot. Guests are being booked. Your chance to win something gigantic is huge. Giant. Should I get Bill Hader? Should I try to get Bill Hader for the show? Should we get Bill Hader and squash the beef?
Absolutely. I think we should do it right here in this channel. I mean,
it's going to be here on Friend Zone, so you can't miss out on that. It's something that's never been done on Twitch before, and wheels are turning. As a matter of fact, right now I just got a text message in from a very big name guest. I'm going to tell you, we might have
Molly Reynolds.
We might have some Molly. We might have Molly Reynolds. Look, Molly, I need you to keep it under control. You can't kill us before the special event because the special event. Okay. I'm just going to say that right now. I am texting with someone that is in Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick might be represented on the stream. Yes, Goose? It's Ed Harris. I am texting with Ed. No, Goose was not in. Rooster was in Maverick. Goose is in the original.
Gosling. Rooster should have been named Gosling or Gooster. I don't like Rooster. Rooster doesn't make any sense to me. Goose child is a Gosling.
But you couldn't call him Gosling because of Ryan.
Yeah, we can always have a little more Ryan Gosling.
Look, I'm not going to disagree with you because I need to protect my neck. Or as people are saying, you're gonna, you're execute Order 66. This is like the killing all the Jedis. I trust you. Yes, it should have been Gosling, Molly. It should have been Gosling.
Thank you so much, Paul. Have a great show.
Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. Wow, this is nerve-wracking. So here, you may not know this about me. Look, I'm a dad. I've talked to you about this before. I'm a dad. Not only am I a dad, but I've also have now become a referee for AYSO soccer games. I am a ref. I'm on the sidelines. I'm a sideline ref. I'm a center ref. I get to go in there. And this week, I had a real moment this week, which was I got into a fight with a parent. I got into a fight with a parent at AYSO soccer. I'm not gonna lie, it did not make me proud, but here's what happened. That parent was a dick. That parent was a major, major dick. So here's the thing. Last game of the season, our team is down a player. Their team has an extra player. And the guy's like, I want to play my entire team. And I said, well, it's not really fair. Can we just play like 7-on-7? And you can sub in your seventh. He goes, it's not, it's in the rule book. It's in the rule book. We can play 7-on-6. If you don't have your members, you could do this. I'm like, hey man, it's cool. I just want to say that, it's not fair to the kids. Let's have a fair game. You can swap in your kid, whatever you want to do. And he starts going nuts. He's like, it's in the rule book. It's in the rule book. I said, I know, but I'm a ref. So I'm telling you, I'd prefer to keep it even. I think it's going to be more fun for the kids. And he starts like pointing at me. Now, the funniest part of this was he was holding 7 soccer balls in his hands, like comically like holding soccer balls. And so I go, you know what? Hold on one second. Let me go talk to the head ref. So I run over to my head ref and I go, hey, is it normal? Can we do this? This guy says it's in the rule book. He goes, it's in the rule book, but no one does that. I mean, it's a real kind of a dicky thing to do. To which I respond, exactly. So I go back over to the guy and I say, hey man, if you want to play 7, you can play 7, but just so you know, it's kind of a dick move because it's unfair to the kids. No one's ever done it before, according to the head ref. And if you want to do it and you want to be that kind of person, you want to yell in front of your kids like this and show an example of not being a fair sportsman, then you can do it. Now I'm saying it in that voice. He goes, hey man, hey, shut the fuck up. So to which I just say, dude, again, calm, because I'm wearing this. The yellow makes me feel powerful. I go, hey man, I'll throw you out. And he goes, I want you to. I go, oh, I will. Now, I don't know where I got this throw out power. I don't know if I can throw somebody out of a public field, but I said it with such a way, and I go like this. I go, you're on thin ice, buddy. One more time, and you're out. And then he shut up. And it was I got to tell you, a pretty awesome moment for me to shut down an aggressive parent in front of these kids. Now, was I also aggressive in front of kids? Slightly, but I also was defending the kids. So I felt like it was a good move. And I got to tell you, you know what? It may feel goofy to be a ref. You be a coach, be a ref, but there is a power. There's a power in that ref, that whistle. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out. I was so psyched to shut that dude down. And also, it's like, it's a soccer game at 8 a.m. What are we worried about here? I mean, you could say that from my side, but I'm also saying it like, who cares? 6 and let's have the kids play fairly, not have like 7 kids versus 6. Anyway, Power of the Whistle. That's my new book. I'm already writing a book, but that's going to be my follow-up book, The Power of the Ref Whistle. Now, I'm going to tell you, is it complicated to be a ref when your son's playing and your son disagrees with the call? Absolutely. That's tricky. It's a tricky spot to be in. But there we go. That's my story from the ref world. Now, I'll tell you, after I had that story, I went to a basketball game because, again, not a professional one where I watch children play basketball. And I'm in the stands here. I'm not ref and I'm not coaching. I'm just watching. And I watched a ref and a coach get into a fight where they needed to be separated and both escorted out of the auditorium, which was Sierra Canyon High School. Now, when I tell you that, I thought that was pretty rough. And what I kept on hearing, again, my son is 8. He's on a team of kids that are 8 and 9. And this wasn't on our side. This is on the other side. There's like multiple games going on at one time. And to see everybody playing and then just hear bellowing throughout Sierra Canyon High School, you call me a pussy in front of my kids? You can't call me a pussy in front of my kids. It made me laugh because by yelling it that loud, nobody heard it the first time. But by yelling it that loud where the entire auditorium stopped and looked at this guy and screaming that he didn't want people to hear him being called that name was a pretty magical moment. And And then I also sided with the other ref because it was like, you're making a much bigger deal out of it. You can't repeat the thing that you don't want anyone to hear. And I appreciate this support here. I assume this is a show support that you've watched Dennis Leary's The Ref. So there we go. It was not the same dude. It was not the same dude. I wish it was. I only saw him once on the soccer field. And let me tell you, I don't know. I mean, is it like I wrote him up? I did write him up. I did write him up after the game. I'm not messing around, people. You're in front of kids. Be on your best behavior. Don't be a total tool bag in front of a kid. There's a story, and maybe this is apocryphal, but I'll tell it because, why not? That James Caan, R.I.P. James Caan, he used to coach like a little league softball game and or a team. So James Caan's coaching his little league team, and an ump made a bad call, and James Caan from The Godfather came out with a baseball bat and started smacking it like Sonny Corleone. And it was like, what's that call? And the ref said, out. And then he started to chase the ref. And apparently they ran all around the field with James Caan chasing with the bat. Now, this is only about like 8 years ago. So like it's an older James Caan. And I mean, when I heard that, I thought it was funny. I think that if you were a ref, you would be like, oh, that was funny. James Caan chased me with a bat. But now after being face to face with an angry parent, I'm like, that's fucking, I mean, it is terrifying. It is terrifying on many levels, but it's kind of awesome. I mean, it's a mixed bag. As long as he didn't get hurt, he didn't get hit with that bat, I think it's a great story. But the threat of that bat might have had his heart racing a little bit. I also want to just reiterate, it's a little league game. Who cares? Okay. Speaking of James Caan, Martin Scorsese's birthday is today. Martin Scorsese, classic, a master of cinema, a classic American director, is responsible for so many things. But the one thing that I think that he is responsible for the most, the one thing that Martin Scorsese has brought into pop culture more than anything else, is popularizing Robert De Niro. Without Martin Scorsese directing Robert De Niro and some of these sorry, I'm going to say it one more time. Without Martin Scorsese directing Robert De Niro, we would not have the dearth of bad Robert De Niro impressions that we have here today. And I'd like to salute Martin Scorsese by showing what he wrought to us, to the world, with some bad De Niro impressions. Here's a Robert De Niro impression. Molly, this is the one with the tape. Here's a Robert De Niro impression where Robert De Niro, I believe, is talking about COVID. Take a look. Or in a second. We'll bring it up in a second. Here. Do we have it? This is great.
I really feel embarrassed that it's not playing.
Don't worry. We'll do we have the other one? All right. How about this one? All right. So here is, I think, a great Robert De Niro. So here is, I wouldn't say it's a bad Robert De Niro impression, but it's a lot of makeup for a Robert De Niro impression. Take a look.
How you doing? Bobby here.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Wait. Stop it, Molly. Wait, that's the one. Okay. I told you, we don't have all of our stuff figured out. I'm in a new location. I'm being held hostage. Okay. Robert De Niro. Here is a Robert De Niro impression where he's talking about COVID. Go ahead.
Dick talking to me? Huh?
Oh, no, that's the wrong one. All right. Wait, Molly, the one with the tape is the COVID one.
I only have those two.
That's it. The one with the tape. That's the first one outside is with the tape.
Okay. So sorry. Okay. We're going to do that. We're going to go to do the tape. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. We're going to play them both. Just wanted to give a good setup. All right.
You want to set it up again?
No, this is Robert De Niro talking about COVID.
Happening to people, because they got that thing. Remember that one thing? Yes, you do. When they say you got to get it just a little bit. You got to get that one thing just a little bit. And you can go to work. You go outside, do things. Now, people that got that one thing, bad things been happening to them. That one Justin Bieber kid. He got a thing with his face. He goes, doesn't look good. So if you got that one thing and bad things been happening to you, it's not good. It's It's not good. So why'd you get that thing? They said, shut the fuck up.
That is an anti-vaxxer Robert De Niro impression. He is anti-vaxxing. You basically have an anti-vax Robert De Niro impression. I love it. I love that Robert De Niro impressions can go into all realms. Here's more of a classic Robert De Niro impression.
Talking to me? Huh? You TikToking to me? I don't see anybody else here, so you must be TikToking to me.
This is what you've done to us, Marty Scorsese. You have brought to us these Robert De Niro impressions that won't have. By the way, are you TikToking to me? Go back to that one for one more second, Molly. Can we go back to that Robert De Niro impression? What do we vote is the best one? Oh, we can't. Don't worry about it. One play and we're done. That's it. We saw it. We got it. Don't worry about it. You got it. You saw
TikToking to
it.
me? Huh? You TikToking to me? I don't see anybody else here, so you must be TikToking to me.
I feel like, look, you put on all that makeup. You're trying to go viral. You're trying to get on that FYP page. I don't know if that's the right way to do it. But I think if you put on all that De Niro makeup, you're shooting a bunch of those. I didn't go down his rabbit hole to see if there's more, but for my money, I like the anti-vax Robert De Niro, that he's equating Justin Bieber's facial paralysis to a vaccination, which is rough. All right, here's. People ask to see a marionette. He does look he looks like those old creatures. There was like a puppet show back in the day where they looked so much like the actual celebrities, but they also were kind of morphed. It was like splitting images or something like that. He does look a little bit like a marionette. People say if you wear makeup, you don't have to have skill. Okay, so here's the other thing. Splitting image. It was right. Okay, great. Here's the other thing I want to show you. Molly, I can't do that while I'm doing this because I feel like Molly just sent me a text. It's too hard for me to get in, I think. So yes, Spitting Image. It was also an American show as well. Okay. But he does look a little bit like Punch and Judy. Keep on going down this rabbit hole today. Let's talk about Herschel Walker. People, Herschel Walker is now the only Senate candidate to come out against vampires. Or for vampires, or for vampire hunters. Here's the thing. This is confusing. Take a look. I have a nice long delay in here. Let's see.
I'm sorry, Paul. I'm having some internet connectivity
Don't
issues.
worry about it.
Came in hot, and I made an irreparable mistake with Rob, and it won't happen again.
No, look, it's fine. You know what? Like you know what? This week is fine. We're having a good time here. All right. So, all right. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Let me see if I can get this thing going because this will be good. People, you know what? Part of the fun of this show.
I got it.
You got it. Okay, you got it.
Hold on, I got it.
This is real. This is 100% real. Enjoy this. You can even take me out for 1 second here and
I'm gonna tell you to keep the faith. Oh, you ever watch a stupid movie late at night, hoping it's gonna get better, don't get better, but you keep watching it anyway? Because the other night I was watching this movie. I was watching this movie called Freak Night, or some type of night, but it was about vampires. I don't know if you know vampires are some cool people, are they not? But I'm gonna tell you something that I found out. A werewolf can kill a vampire. Did you know that? I never knew that, so I didn't want to be a vampire anymore. I want to be a werewolf. But then anyway, as I'm watching this movie, and then you can tell how stupid it is because it's 1 a.m. So I'm watching my TV, these kids watching their TV, vampire kill on their TV. So you know it's kind of stupid, but I'm still watching though. As I'm watching this show, what was funny, these kids had a vampire in their attic at their house. So they were watching their TV, Now I'm watching my TV. They watching their TV, or they see the vampire killer on their TV.
I'm just pausing this for 1 second. I love that he equates that it's stupid because he's at home watching TV, watching someone watch TV. Like that. Okay, first of all, I mean, if I'm picking on that, whatever. But I love that that's where he's like, it's stupid because I'm at home watching TV, watching someone watch TV. If that's the case, we're all idiots. I don't know if that's a rule, but I love that you think at a certain point, he's like, when you're watching a bad movie and you think, oh, it's going to get better. That's what it's like being under Senator Warnock. It never gets better. But no, he goes right into more of a description of Fright Night. It's like he's on How Did This Get Made? Molly, you know what? Look, this is your just desserts for killing Rob. But I do, people are saying that Molly drank the water, but I do love that that he did come out against vampires, or he basically just stump speeches the entire plot of Fright Night. And then you think, well, there will be an ending here. There will. Okay. Oh, we have it. I knew I shouldn't have hit off in it. Now I don't hear it. Do you hear it? No. Look, will Herschel Walker be on How Did This Get Made? If we go through Georgia and it will be to raise money for Warnock, we'll absolutely have him on to raise money for Warnock. But until then, I don't think we can have Herschel Walker on the show. But you think that at the end of this, there is a point. There is a reason why he is talking about the plot of Fright Night. And no, it's just like, I just wanted to tell you that I was watching Fright Night on TV the other night. And at one point, he makes an allusion that a vampire in the movie looks like Warnock, but that's a little vague. If he's like, is he the vampire killer? Is he the person watching TV? I honestly just think he was talking about a movie. I think that he thinks like a stump speech is like one of those things where you have to filibust and you just can't leave the podium, because he's just, I'm curious to see what will happen up until the December 3rd election, because he's running out of things to talk about. But I love that immediately good people got together and have made this Werewolves and Vampires for Warnock. December 6th. Yeah. So right now, I mean, it would have been great. And I don't know if anyone has done this, but somebody should cut to like a reaction from all the creatures of Monster Squad or like Interview with the Vampire. Like we should have a lot of like dramatic cut tos. Like he is appealing to an audience of vampires. Like, you know what? I will be there. No kids can hire a vampire hunter on my watch anymore. Okay. Okay. Like, yeah, you shouldn't be stumped by, yeah, that's a good, you shouldn't be stumped by the speech at the end. You should be giving a stump speech where you are talking about your, it's part of it is just that. All right. So this is what else we have. Can't wait until he talks about Chopping Mall. Vampires always vote red. Guys, you're killing it. I agree. Look, there's so many things he could have said here. Warnock, Warlock would have been great. We would love to hear his take on Frankenstein's. Honestly, I don't think we're going to get it. The crowd's reaction is positive. Well, look, I've been doing a podcast for 13 years based on the same principle. Yeah, we get big crowds. People love to come out and see How Did This Get Made live. I wouldn't elect any of us to public office, but you know what? If you want to, I'm all down for hearing Herschel Walker just go town to town talking about movies he watched on TV that he's not even sure what they were. He's just kind of telling you like the middle part of a movie. That's it. I would vote for June 2. I definitely went down a TikTok wormhole today. Molly, maybe you'll have this, maybe you don't. But I went down a TikTok wormhole because Tim Allen is out promoting Santa Clauses. Santa Clauses is a made-for-TV miniseries sequel to the Santa Claus and the Santa Claus 2. Hot Bernard is back. We know Hot Bernard. He's been on the show, the great David Krumholtz. He's actually right now on Broadway. You can go see him in the Great Leopold, I believe. We love David. He's in this. Not making fun of the film, The Santa Clauses, but I am going to be making fun of the promotion of the Santa Clauses because they're getting Tim Allen to do TikToks. And earlier we saw how an impressionist might be a little bit lost in the world of TikTok, but they found their way in. Here is the saddest TikToks I have seen. So Molly, I'll show this right here. Okay, so the idea here is that you can write Tim Allen. I'm gonna pull this out for 1 second. Idea is that you can write Tim Allen a question and he's gonna answer it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Tim Allen's gonna, he showed up for a couple minutes, gonna answer some fan questions on TikTok. Now take a look.
Honestly, I'm impressed. That's something. Honestly, I'm impressed. That's something.
Okay, so
Wow,
you're
you
like, oh,
really
it
do
didn't
love
really, it
Christmas.
wasn't very specific, but Molly, do we have the next one?
You love Christmas. Wow, you really do love Christmas. Wow,
And the
you
next
really
one?
do love. Nice. Ho, 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 look at you.
And that's when I realized he didn't even respond to these things. They put him in front of the camera. He gave like 3 canned responses, and they're just popping him up there like, oh, Tim's taking all your questions. When you watch him now, knowing that Tim Allen is just, they didn't give him anything. He's like, oh, you really do love Christmas. Ho, ho, ho to you. It makes no sense when you look at the questions on the screen. It doesn't say their name, doesn't say anything. How lame could this be? Look at this. Look at him go.
Nice. Ho, 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 look at you.
This has nothing to do with the question. Look at this one.
Ho, ho, ho. Wow, you really do love Christmas. Wow, you really do love Christmas. Honestly, I'm impressed. That's something.
Nothing, no specifics, nothing. I love old people doing TikTok. I'm an old person doing TikTok, but at least I understand what TikTok is. Like, he's like, oh, I got it. I got this. These fuckers aren't even gonna, they don't know anything. They won't know the difference. They won't get it. And it is so lame. I love it. It is. Daisy Barksdale Crew writes, it's like when your kid calls Santa Claus. Like, it's like a recorded message, like, ho, 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 I did get your letter. By the way, you can use this, for your kids. Ho, 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 I did get your letter, and I'll be making sure you're a good boy or girl. And I hope you have a Merry Christmas. He probably wouldn't even say boy or girl. It'd be more vague, like, well, I got your letter, and I'll be making sure that you are nice and not naughty. See you on Christmas Eve. Come on. And I paid $9.99 for that. I once did pay money during COVID to have a call with Santa. And the guy, you're supposed to give him all this like information ahead of time, and he messed up my kids' names. It's a real mess. I actually have it. I'm going to play that as we get closer to the holidays. I will play the worst Santa that I paid like $79 for. I thought like, oh my gosh, my kids can't visit Santa. I'm going to have them call on Christmas Eve. It's going to be really exciting. And this guy confused my kids' names, gave them the wrong toy information, and I filled out a giant ass document to make sure this guy was covered. This guy was a bargain basement video Santa that I paid good money for. And I actually even made him call out members of my family, which he did badly as well. The one job, this is the worst. Well, those are cameos that you got. People are talking about, like, I got one from Tay Zonday. Cameo would work better. This was like a lot. This was live. Like, he was going to be interacting with them in front of the tree, seeing them. I did try to complain about it, but again, they got my money. They don't care. It's like a wedding planner. It's like, you probably won't use the same one twice. They don't care. They're done with you. They're out. That Santa Claus is like, check's been cashed, bro. I'm done. I'm going to call one of your kids Michael, and call the other one Samantha. It's like, I got 2 boys, neither of them named Michael.
Hey, Paul.
Yes.
I know I came in hot earlier talking about killing Rob, or I didn't say I didn't say I killed Rob. I just said that he was dead. He's not dead.
Of course.
He's working. But I did want to ask you about something
Sure.
on his behalf.
Okay, sure.
As we know, this week, Donald Trump announced that he's going to be running for presidency in 2024. And
I saw you tweeting all about that. You were so excited.
Well,
you're like, finally, we got some order back in here. You're like, finally, we're going to get to Hunter Biden's laptop. You were so excited about that.
That's funny that you say that, because I was watching it. First of all, I was livid because he walked out to the soundtrack from Les Mis, which made me livid beyond all belief. But I also noticed something in the video, and I want you to answer for this.
Okay.
Where were you, Rob? Or Paul? Paul? Where were you, Paul?
Molly, how dare you? How dare you sabotage me on air? I was not at Mar-a-Lago this week. Okay, look, here's the thing. I've been very interested in what's in Hunter Biden's laptop. I was interested in the Biden crime family. Sure, yes. But you know what? I was just there as an observer. That's all. Just like on January 6th, I was just there to watch to make sure everything stayed normal. Oh no. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe that you have called me out on this in front. It's not me. It's not me. It was. Well, look, if it was me, I'm just speaking for America. Oh,
I'm onto you, Paul. And you know what? Rob he did nothing to ask for what came to him. And I'm ready for some justice for America. Molly, 2024.
Oh man, wow, you really are. By the way, let me show this one more time. It's out. It's out. Put it back in. Oh, wait, hold on. Yes, you're right. Zoom in on that face one more time. Okay. Look at such. Let's get it. I'm having such a good time at Trump's sleepy announcement. By the way, I tweeted a joke about Trump running for office, and someone's like, "Hey man, don't call attention to it." I'm like, "Don't call attention to Trump running for office." I think it's fine. By the way, is Twitter dead? Because right when I got on, basically there was a mass exodus at Twitter. Apparently Elon Musk had like everybody call, and at 5 p.m. Everybody logged off and took their severance packages. That's what I understand happened there. I don't know how to navigate Mastodon. If someone wants to show me, you can, but I find it to be confusing. I do believe that Twitter will be reborn like it needs to be. I don't know. I mean, it already is a cesspool, so we're upset that it's going to be a bigger cesspool. But I believe it will be reborn by all the people who worked at Twitter and then left. But Twitter right now, I just logged on, is not dead yet. But it feels like it is done. It feels like it is done. So I don't know. I don't know what's happening. For those of you basketball fans out there, some breaking news. Kawhi Leonard will be starting tonight for the Los Angeles Clippers after a rest period that was undefined. He is now starting, something he is not done yet for the Clippers. So I'm excited about that. Unfortunately, I can't go to the Clippers game tonight. It's Wakanda night. Very excited about Wakanda night. But my wife is going to see Elton John, and I drew the short straw on that one. I know a lot of people are saying goodbye on Twitter, but I have a feeling it's going to stick around. It wasn't an arrest period, a rest. He had torn his ACL, Kawhi Leonard did, and he had reconstructive surgery on it. He waited some time, he played a little bit, got a little bit inflamed, played some more. Now he's back. Okay, so okay. Wakanda and Elton John at the same time. I just think it's, look, come on. I can't believe that I got to miss Kawhi Leonard. I've only got about 60 more games of the season to watch. Okay. Yes, it's Wakanda night at the crypto stadium, the Crypt. By the way, cryptocurrency is dead, and now we have to go to crypto stadium, which is great. But yes, it's Wakanda night. They do like these special nights there. They do Star Wars night, they do Marvel night, but tonight is Wakanda. So they wanted to seem like I'm saying, yeah, whatever. All right, what else do I have to show here? All right, so tonight pickleball is going to be starting right now. As a matter of fact, if you're on the East Coast, 9:00 is when it's starting. 2 hours, a 2-hour primetime event. So this is why I have to cut it short. I can't be competing with myself. I will sign off. I'll tell you all about my inner workings of the pickleball matches. Talk about paddle snakes. I'll talk about this bad Santa soon. I thank everybody for watching. June and I are a team. We didn't name ourselves. I do know who Bill Hader is. Molly did kill Rob. I was at Mar-a-Lago. And Warnock is anti-vampire, so do with that as you may. We all know that Herschel Walker wants the vampire vote, but here's the thing. Most polling places are closed by the time vampires can get there. It is kind of gerrymandered against werewolves and vampires, as werewolves also work primarily at night. Great job to Molly. And you know what? From your Jeopardy champion, I say peace. We'll see you soon. We won't be here next week because it's Thanksgiving, and I'll be in New York. I'll be holding one of the parade floats. Can we make that happen? Can I hold a parade float? Like a balloon, maybe the Sonic balloon. All right. So everybody have a great night. We'll see you later. Bye for now.
Rob is dead.
But there's a new face on the scene.
Yes. If you like Thursdays with Rob and Paul, you can watch us live every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. We go for 2 hours. We are on YouTube live at the same time. We are also on Facebook. So catch us, enjoy us. It's fun. It's free. And if you don't want to do any of that, just watch it right here for a little edited version of it. Like, subscribe, do all the things you do when you do things on social media. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.